All right, listen to this. North County Transit is celebrating 5 insanely successful years of light rail transit in North County. And recent months have seen record-setting ridership, averaging 10,000 passengers on weekdays. And here to talk about the Sprinter and the benefits of riding it, Matthew Tucker and Bill Horn. We say good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning,
How are you?
boys.
Good morning.
How are you?
How we doing?
Great.
5 years, huh?
5 years.
How long did it take to build it? I'm curious.
It took about 7 years to build it, counting a couple of lawsuits from some of the cities who
Of
are now
course.
benefiting greatly for
Yeah,
it.
I'm sure.
But
I'm sure. Things like this, as we know, in San Diego County, Bill is a supervisor for San Diego County, never easy, right?
no, I've been on this board for 18 years. And this is one of the biggest struggles we ever had, getting this thing built. Not building it, but dealing with all the political part and all the objections from folks. But it's turned out to be very successful, and this is our 5-year anniversary. It's a 22-mile stretch, 15 stations. You can go all the way from Stone Brewery on Escondido all the way over to Mexican food in Escondido. We have a huge transit station in Vista that spreads you out. You can get you can go on our buses to go to Fallbrook. Our buses meet at each one of these transit stations to move you away from the train. This is the 78 corridor, and if you want to ride from Escondido all the way to Oceanside, you can pick up this coaster train and come on down here to San Diego.
Matthew, tell us, what was the inspiration for all this? In other words, back, let's say 12, 13 years ago, who said, hey, we need this. This is really important?
I think there are lots of leaders. We've identified some heroes for the project. Congressman Packard at that time was a big proponent of the project. Some of our local board leaders, from Julie Nygaard to Miss Lori Hope Fowler, were folks who helped advance the project. But the big deal about this project is giving options for the congested commute on 78, but also what you see is these rail projects serve as economic engines. Wherever they go, the stations that are constructed provides opportunities for development right around those stations. So you get the dual benefit of transportation improvement and another option, but also the ability to grow your economics and get people closer to jobs and their transportation facilities.
Convenient, you know? I love the convenience of it. When you guys first started, how many passengers did you see first year? And now you're up to what?
When we first started, we probably came in around 6,000 passengers a week.
Okay.
We had projected 12. That's originally. We're up to 10 now. And by the way, I want to put a plug in here. I know the Chargers have a hard time getting a new stadium.
That's right.
If we stick that stadium right here at the corner of 78 and 15, you can get the Sprinter train and the coaster train, get you to the game.
Now,
and so I just want the Chargers to know we're open to that idea.
But
There you go.
as a county supervisor,
Right.
I mean, does the Board of Supervisors have any interest in really pushing that agenda because the 15 and the 78 is a great spot for it, and given the infrastructure that's already there, and as I recall, check me on this, but isn't that nearby, or maybe it's even the exact same site, that the Padres were at one time talking about putting a minor league ballpark?
Yes, it's right there in the corner, and actually it's a great market because you've got about 2.5 million people in Riverside County, you've got 3 million people in Orange County, and you've got 3 million people, 3,200 in San Diego. So for the Chargers, I hope they're listening, they would get about a 10,000 population spectrum to fill up that park.
Let me ask you guys this question. So I live in Carmel Valley and I use the Sorrento Valley train.
Right.
Can I take that coaster north?
Yes.
And then get on the Sprinter to go east?
Yes.
I can.
Yes, you can, and lots of folks do that. You could also take that train north and connect to Amtrak to go further north. But yeah, you can take that Sprinter and it will take you all the way out to Escondido for $2. 22 miles for $2.
I like the $2. And I can't say, you say here that you guys are always on time. It's like 99% always on time.
99%.
That's true because I live right by the tracks and it's annoying to have to hear it. But I can say you guys are on time. Like, I know when that bell's going to go off. So,
Hey,
yes.
big celebration though on Saturday, right? Tell us about that. We have about 30 seconds to go.
Well, it's celebrating the 5-year anniversary, and it's really a time for the local elected officials just to reflect and pivot about how they've moved this project forward. And as we move forward in the future, how these projects actually create a framework for future prosperity and economic development. So it's a recognition of what we did in the past, but also sort of a push to look forward in the future that what do we need to do next.
Yeah, you read about it today, pull this out of the newspaper today, and know that some of these guys have some great vision in town, and when they actually fight the fight and they pull it off, really
Look what
great things can
happens.
happen
I
here
know.
in San Diego.